while we get chat up and running. If anybody tunes in, welcome. We'll eventually get going. Hey, there we go. We got connected in the end. Howdy. Jerry in the stream. Mod squad is strong. Maximus, good to see you as well. How is everyone doing after the absolute craziness of last weekend? We got 9 minutes before Spotlight Hour kicks into gear. It's a fairly flat Spotlight Hour as well. Not one that we're going to be particularly fussed about. But we'll drop our mega down because it'd be rude not to. And let's see how we do. I'll drop daily incense for the 15 minutes as well, just because, hey, why not? And the Shay J here, lovely to see you in the chat once again. How are you doing this evening? King Husboo, welcome into the stream too. Thank you very much for the good luck during Spotlight Hour. I appreciate it. I'm just going to daily incense going straight away, because I find myself not using it terribly much these days, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. I should really utilise it a little bit more. And funnily enough, we got Makuhita as the very first spawn off of Daily Adventure Instance. Oh, that's funny. Absolutely hysterical. Charlie Lee, Wheatley, good to see you in the stream. Brandon Lowe, hey, good to see you. Don't forget to transfer all those Curums. I mean, I haven't really sorted through them. I'm going to hang on to them just for now, because it's only normal candy. If it was double transfer XL, I might personally care a little bit more. Mike Griffin, good to see you in the stream. Slinky as well, welcome into the stream. How's it going? Lemsford Puma, good to see you once again too. Stuffer, hello. Obviously, we've got a brand new season as well. It finally kicked off today. I thought it kicked off on Monday, but it doesn't. It started today, 10 a.m. I think we have a EBL battle for some cub food candy. Because why not? And there we go. Jeanette P, good to see you in the stream again. How's it going? David Preston, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, did the like-for-like swap with Brandon for the shiny Galarian Articuno. First shiny G-Bird lucky trade as well. Okay, see you later, Swinnob. Not the priority today. Inkay was the last Spotlight Hour we actually did, because there was a Spotlight Hour and then a Spotlight Hour back to back. Why is everything breaking out? Oh my goodness me. What did you catch? Wild Garchomp. That's a pretty fire wild spawn. Well done for catching it. But this is honestly me getting some steps in for the day. Gen 6 starters are... Gen 5, sorry. It's Gen 5? No, Gen 6 starters are back in the wild spawns. Munchlax. Very nice. These are all the old season eggs. Slowly getting rid of them. Let's burn them off. Fantastic. What have we got here? Andrew Rudd, good to see you in the stream again. How are you? Got some new shinies during Unova Tour. One, Hundo. Some backgrounds on the Enigma Pokemon and Kyurem. Nice, one of my XLs. Unknown was an XXL. Best to hold on to that. I mean, they haven't done an Unknown showcase just yet, but I think they should. Although, depending on... They've now, thankfully, to restructure the showcase so it's to do with the size of the individual Pokemon, so it doesn't end up with everybody putting in the same Pokemon over and over again. Got all 4 dealing, Charlie, very well done. Ticking off all 4 dealings, fantastic. Winter for Vassifar. Autumn one for Master 27. Fabulous. Ooh, Chandelure, nice spawn. Maybe give us a tag on Instagram for that one. As like a letters to the host thing. That'd be quite funny. Purple Godfall, welcome into the stream. Good morning to you. How's it going? And Sue's in chat. Hello. Afternoon to you. How is it being in a new week, a new season? Really starting to notice the difference here. It was much warmer today and everything's attacking and breaking out. Beside that, it's actually light when we start these streams. There is still some light in the sky, which is really nice. Tommy, good evening to you. How are you doing? How was your tour experience? Thank you for the few invites as well. That goes to everybody in the chat who was sending out invites or I spammed into their raids or anything like that. The Curum raid game was strong. Very, very strong. Got the very first Mega Lucario. Nicely done. Leyland's got a Nundo Unknown. Ooh, very nice. 7 shinies, including shiny Sigilyph on the first egg. Smashing. A lot of people say Maractus is the best shiny out of that 3. I'd say Sigilyph for me. Which dragon do you pick for the Shundo? The one we got right now, we went for the white Curum on it. Which I think is technically a slightly worse shiny, but I went for the white form because it's more meta relevant. We find ourselves using ice type a bit more often than maybe dragon. I don't know, we'll have to see if it sticks as a white form or not. We've got lots of spare energy for fusions to switch them around, but how did everybody do on their fusion hauls? Because later this week I'm going to do a global tour kind of review breakdown video on the experience that we had and what a lot of you guys have been commenting on the videos as well, because it's valuable feedback, which I really, really appreciate. But I went so very, very hardcore on the old raids. Actually, I need to search up Curum. So we ended up doing 10 fusions of each, both the white and the black form. So we got 10 versions of each. Plus, we're still sitting on 8,000 plus energy of each one. Sneasel! Not shiny. Somehow the hotspot's already been booted. Honestly. That's my face, hello. Don't worry, that's anybody who's concerned about security, that is a encrypted password. It's not actually the one that's the real password. I can't believe it. Literally, we've been streaming for like 8 minutes and the hotspot for the phone gets kicked. Unbelievable. Anyway, back on it. But we have got some max particles to utilise. I was thinking we could utilise them on today's stream. Oh, there we go, it's 6 o'clock. Now it's time for the Makuhita to spawn. And we have weather boost. So actually, I think we might whack on a little star piece if we have one. Do we have one? No. Oh well. That's what it is. George and George, 2 Georges. Welcome into the stream, both of you. How are you doing? Doing good, personally. Had quite nice to take a little breather yesterday. Today we've been recording some Max Battle Guide videos which are going to be posted over the course of this week, so helping out hopefully anybody who needs to take on the G-Max starters for the first time, including myself. Yes, Leyland, they do, you're quite correct. They are spawning over the course of this coming weekend, and then the following weekend is the Raikou Max Battle weekend. Gonna go for black. Fair enough. To be honest, I would say the black Kurem is a better shiny because of the green tail and everything. White Kurem shiny is very subtle because of the purple on the actual dragon body. Otherwise, it's not the best shiny changeover, but I went for like ice type meta because I got very bored of utilising my Mamoswine army over and over again. I'm like, okay, I'll utilise my white Kurem army now. Angus, hello dude, how are you? After the crazy weekend. Renoir's joining the chat. Hello Renoir, how are you? I guess how was everybody's weekend? There's a whole bunch of video comments that I need to work my way through. D. Garrett, thank you very much. Appreciate. We'll see if we pick up a shiny one. I actually didn't take a note of my encounters or anything like that. So we'll minus however much. We've got about 600 XL, that's pretty solid. And about, let's call it 4,700 seen. We have a couple of shinies of it if we see all Makuhita. Plenty of shinies from over the years, including some Go Plus Plus ones. Our first one was actually 2020, I think. Unless actually it might already be a Hariyama. Who knows? But I think we could actually venture into Walpole for at least a lap. Because it's not too dark just yet. How's the new season? I honestly haven't played it very much. Apart from doing one Bombardier raid this morning. Certainly not going to be diving into the raids like crazy. I think probably like a lot of you guys, I am very much raided out. I'm definitely taking this month off for raiding. Yeah, we'll still do all the raid hours and everything. But not going to chase those Kanto birds. A lot of catches, a lot of raids. Fantastic, Angus. George didn't enjoy the Innova Tour as much as the Wild Area or the Sinnoh Tour event. That is the sentiment of a lot of people, so you're not alone in that opinion. And to be honest, apart from the fact that obviously I went to LA I thought was a live event, was top tier, even better than the Sinnoh Tour last year in LA. But as a as a global event, Innova Tour was definitely the worst tour we've had. It was so heavily raid focused. It was nice to see actually the newer shinies like the Basculin and the Dealing having a bit of a boost, but the rest of the shiny rate for wild Pokemon was apocalyptically bad. Wasn't too bad for myself. I was only really chasing Gothita and very quickly realised that was a lost cause. But anybody who was chasing other things from the generation basically had no chance of getting anything, which is not exactly what a tour was meant to be about. And I think I saw somebody comment, was it Angus or Brandon in the Discord for Patreon? I agree entirely about the Tour Pass. I thought the Tour Pass was a nice addition. I thought it was really, really good, even the deluxe version. But the fact that 4/5 of the rewards were just little bits of Stardust, I thought that was just honestly really, really awful. They should have just kept the rolling encounters for all the 12-kilometre Pokemon like Minefu and Sandal. That would have kept people enthused, really. Because beyond a certain point, the Tour Pass just became a way of knowing if you caught your Kurem with the little rank up pop-up. Lincoln Prime starting to get the feeling back in the limbs after this past weekend. Excellent. I assume that means there was plenty of steps achieved. Well done. Renoir slightly no shiny Makuhita even on 412 checks. Oh, there's another huge one. We don't know what the showcases are going to be actually, so if it's going to be a huge Makuhita, then I'll have it. Oh no, rocket balloon. Unless you're going to be something good. Sierra? Remind me, what does Sierra have as a Rocketmon? I think they're all dead Shadow Shinies, aren't they, this wave? I could get it for the 12-kilometre raid, but I'm not overly fussed. Or should we do it? Shadow Shiny has a better ratio. Do you know what? We're going to sit down. we're going to sit down on a bench and do this rocket battle. Because why the hell not? And we should actually, let's just Mega Evolve the Lucario. Let's have it for the battle. Why not? Didn't get the Tour Pass for that reason. That's entirely fair enough, Angus. I think, considering what you got, like, a lot of the rewards were quite good, but they put a lot of that monetary value on the lucky trinket and a selection of other bits and pieces to do with that Tour Pass. It was cool to have plenty of Sandile encounters, even though literally I got nothing from that pass personally. I know plenty of people got some shinies, which is awesome. But that pass ticket for me, the Tour Pass, the lucky trinket was the only good thing that came out of it. Everything else has been thrown away. It's a good job I paid attention. Sierra is worth it, Sugarupi. I wouldn't mind a new Shadow Shine. I mean, I haven't really chased these Rocketmons because I'm just like, do you know what? I don't need them. Got the Basculin from the free one. There you go. Nice. That's really rather cool. Charlie Wheatley ended up with 2 Hundo Spring Deerling. Nice. So that's the Hundo family sorted, mate. Nicely done. Was unknown boosted. You got 3. Angus, I think you just got very, very lucky because I didn't get a single unknown shiny over the course of the whole weekend. And we were walking around with incense going on all the time. Do you know what? Okay, we're going to have to do that. I didn't see many unknowns from the squad who were here in Ealing either. Francesco got a tiny shiny N. I think that was honestly about it, to be honest. Did get a Hundo Maractus hatch from the leftover eggs. Nice, Lincoln. Question is, with enough eggs hatched, did you have enough XL to max it? Because I still need to trade a bit of my Maractus to get the XL candy to max it out. Okay, we have a Shadow Shiny Skorupi check, people. This is possibly a bit more exciting than Makuhita. Got 3 shiny unknown in LA, but none during Global. So yeah, I got 2, I think, in 2 or 3 in LA, like Sue, but none over Global. Not a Shadow Shiny, and 3, 6, 4. Who knows what that's going to be? Let's find out. Will it be PvP? Nope, it's a dirty 3-star. That would purify to what, a 96? Not that we're going to do that, because we're not mental, but, you know. Daily incense is done. Fantastic. Let's pop on a normal incense and crack on, shall we? There are quite a few Beldum around. It's actually quite tempting to go and do some Beldum. Beldum, are there any Darumacas around? Well, I don't think Darumacas in the rotation necessarily. Oh, there's one all the way over there. Oh, come on. Let's go and do the Beldum. Priorities, you know. Let's quickly give the final berry for the Shundo Kurim. Kiwi Shundo. TF Drops. Welcome in the stream. Did I ignore you? I have to be honest, and I can get confirmation from Sue. I am fantastically, blissfully unaware of my surroundings a lot of the time. Sorry, man. Should have tapped me on the shoulder. Tap me on the shoulder, shout my name. Any and all of the above. How did LA go for you? How did the Rose Bowl treat you? Hopefully better than I did. That's why we have Sue and Francesco there, to spot people. Spot people if we need to chat to people and that sort of thing. Ian's a bit better at sort of being out of the game, out of the event, but that's why he does so badly at the events. And then he wonders why I'm getting all the shinies and he's not. Hatched an old 10k egg. Floor cigolith and hundo carbing. Oh dear. Good old carbing. Unfortunately, I think it's still in the 10 kilometre eggs for this season, but I could be very wrong. I will find out tonight when we record the podcast, when we actually go over the new season. Oh look! JT Valor. Hello, good sir. How are you doing after your global tour? Feeling the need to relax? Perhaps take it a little bit easy before, well, the new event begins tomorrow, I guess, and everything. You can actually, if you haven't done so already, you can listen to Florida Man and Ian gushing over diving chatter on the live episode we recorded in the Rose Bowl. It's released. The Incense podcast, it's available, episode 212. Popular download, why the hell not? Rose Bowl was great, except the fact they didn't really have anything special at the Rose Bowl except for Drudagon and catch cards. Catch cards, the stops, I guess, things like that. Chillin caught two Galarian birds while on casual grinds without the camera. That's always the way. That's always how it goes, dude, isn't it? God bless the screen recording functions. Which ones? Don't spoil it. You have to check out his next video. He'll probably put them in there if he didn't screen record them. 10 kilometre eggs will still have carbing. Okay, thanks, Leg Good Prime. More disappointment from the 10 kilometre eggs, I guess. Come on. Bob's Burgers. I assume that meant did better. Yeah, I mean, that was it. I looked even chatting to people we were walking around with, and global, we weren't going like too crazy or anything. I was just very happy with the bits and pieces we did pull in, the remaining dealing. I thought the dealing boost was good. The basculin boost was insane, because there were more ways to get basculin on global than there were actually in LA. But yeah, then chatting to other people who were like, oh, I got 9 shinies. You think, 9? What is this? And it's like, no, we're not. We're literally checking anything and everything. You're getting 9 shinies. How is that actually possible on a tour event? Speaking of the episode, there we go. Sue has posted the episode. That's if you want the YouTube version, but you can find it on any podcast platform that you fancy listening to it on. I highly recommend you do, because it gets real-life, real-time shenanigans from good folks in the Rose Bowl. And it was jolly good fun recording it as well. Can we get this one done and dusted, please? JT, will those 2 G-birds make an appearance in tomorrow's video? That's the burning question. Charlie Whitley, thank you very much for your support on the pod. Every episode downloads to Spotify. Set up to auto-download for new episodes. Quality. That's the prime way to do it. Jeanette P, did you end up making it to In-N-Out Burger? In-N-Out Burger actually came to me, because at the Airbnb where we were, I was editing day 2's video, where we went to Santa Monica for a bit. And big up Ian, Sue, Francesco, I think Sammy went with you as well. The 4 of them went off on the food run. So the first night was Raising Cane's, the second night was In-N-Out Burger. But yes, In-N-Out Burger has been had, and not a Shinamax. And very much not a good IV one either, but it's kind of a hundo or bust on that one these days. We've got 2 98ers, very content with those. Maybe, lol. Maybe, definitely, certainly, guaranteed. I mean, the fact that they're Galarian birds and they got caught, that'll be why they're featured in the video for tomorrow. Now I'm hungry. Got a nice homemade burger at home, I think. How many more max points do we have? 700. Is there anything dotted around? Where should we go? We could just go around the corner and go and get that one. Let's go up and get that one. It's not really a spotlight hour, but hey. Good to have a chilled one every now and again. Although the spotlight hours look a bit weak, like Makuhita, and then we've got Roselia for the second time in 2 months. I'm quite confused as to why Roselia is getting another feature in the spotlight hours, and then the other two were very, very forgettable. So much so, I have forgotten them myself. Can we do a raid? We will not be doing a raid on this stream, namely because it's spotlight hour. We're going to do some max battles, but also, you know, after the weekend, I'm all raided out, personally. Also, the only raid around is Mega Lucario, as it happens. That's good. Niantic killing the raids off when the spotlight hour's going on. Fantastic. Although I do seem to remember that this spot up here is where we had the issue with the Caragonal. So we'll get into the max battle and then we'll walk away. Panda plays in Rian and Remois. Okay, yes, I completely... There you go. I forgot Shelder. Shelder with a double dust spotlight hour. That is about the best spotlight hour we could have asked for. I assume that's the third week. The third one in the row. For March. I need dust. Everyone needs dust. Particularly with all the Curum to max out. All raided out. Very much so, Sue. Considering I think we did, including LA, I think we did about 350 Curum raids. Obviously a lot of them remotely. Thanks to anybody who jumped in either my raids or invited me to theirs. All that jazz. Just tried to get some decent IV ones. Got a few 96s, a couple of 98s, but most of the Curum were trash. Okay. Are we in range? Yes, we are. Get me in the battle, and then we're going to walk back the way we came. 100 million dust for the first time in forever. There we go. Angus needs dust. I need dust. A hello to the Wolverine. Double tap the screen, everyone. Hey, dude, how are you doing after Global? How did everything work out for you in the squad? And yeah, so the raid game was strong. Really strong. Attack incoming. This is me warming up my Moltres for Gigantamax Venusaur. Failed our Shundo. Game crashed, the encounter with the gym was over. No, really? Oh man. That's like the worst, literally the worst circumstances. And you know, Niantic are going to come back to you on support and say, it shows that the raid was already completed and you got all your rewards. I didn't get the Pokemon encounter, honestly. It's such a fight with support sometimes. You have to submit the same ticket about 7 times in order for them to actually reimburse you the raid pass. We're nearly maxed on the meter. Come on. Max my meter. Over 200 raids on Sunday alone. Ooh. 20 Curums on the reroll. Oh, nice. Reroll. Fantastic. I think you had much better shiny luck than a lot of us. Hopefully some of them had catch cards, dude. Angus, what day are you planning on doing your part for Paris? Likely the Friday, because it's good for content purposes. Always do the first day in the park. But because it's a Go Fest, Audi R8, nice. Go Fests are typically half a day in the park, half a day in the city. So we'll probably go for Park AN. We usually do. Ski Walker, welcome into the stream. Trust me, it is Makuhita Spotlight, but we found ourselves a few Beld and Max battles to do. I knew it would do, yeah, Renoir. We're in that sort of like dead spot there, because what am I saying? The power spot that we're battling at now is the one where weeks ago we battled the Cryogonal, and due to the game lagging and everything like that, it didn't actually let us win. Let's get this Belden done and dusted finally. There we go. Lovely to see everybody in lobbies, absolutely. The evenings were spent raiding and the mornings were spent raiding constantly. Can't remember if you're going to Jersey Go Fest, Milo. Jersey is a little bit less certain than Paris, to be honest, just with a lot of bits going on, unfortunately. Two Go Fests so close next to each other, is a really, really heavy financial hit. Not a shiny, 538. So about 20 CP off of the hundo that you'd like to see. So because Paris is the European one, it's literally just across the channel for us. That's a definite. New Jersey, we'll have to see. And there is the catch. Fantastic. Now we can catch some more Makuhita. Yay! Oh, no, maybe not. Creators who are part of the program, that's the key thing. Anybody who's actually part of the creator program get access to the park, because they have to do meet and greets and bits and pieces and things like that. So they kind of get like a all access ticket, so you can kind of play to what is required in terms of your schedule. It really, really very much helps with the podcast recording and things like that, to be honest, because we have to go in and we have to go into the park for 3 days, and obviously if you have a 1-day ticket, you can't get access to do your meet and greet and things like that. When do you think we'll hear about all the in-person GoFest details? Probably later this month, I'd say. Certainly before the city safaris. Usually we hear about the GoFest info kind of around March, maybe even early April. But due to them all being very, very early in the year, I think it will be this month. Trying to decide if I want to travel to New Jersey this year. Jeanette P, how much of a ask in terms of travel is that for you? Where are you travelling from? Because obviously if you're America based, then it might be worth trying. The in-person GoFest, the in-person events in general, unlike anything else you've ever experienced in the game. New York was pretty good. The city experience was obviously mind-blowing, but Randall's Island, it was a pain to get to, really. We went for the ferry on both years, which made it a bit more of an event and allowed for some very, very nice camera work. But once you're on Randall's Island, the layout was actually quite nice. It's just over the course of the GoFest, they had good old building works happening at the same time. So it'll be interesting to see how they do with New Jersey. We still don't have a confirmation of what park exactly. There are a few ideas floating. Wait, do we have confirmation for New Jersey? I honestly don't remember. Paris, I've just heard rumours. But obviously the names are in French, so I don't know. It's another XXL. Lovely. We have confirmation, Liberty State Park. That was it. 7-hour drive. 7-hour drive for the weekend. The in-person Go Fest are usually 3 days. So 3 days of events. Got to make the judgment to see if it's worth it for your time. That's the thing. I would always say, if you haven't done a live event, you can go to one. Do it. And then you can make the assessments and say, like, would I go again? If it was closer, maybe again, or not for me. That sort of thing. By comparison, I'll tell you, my very first live Pokemon Go event ever was Dortmund Go Fest in 2019. And me and a handful of friends, including Francesco, we drove for over 12 hours from London over to Dortmund. So we took the ferry, drove through all of Europe. It took, basically the entire day to drive to Dortmund, park up. But as a road trip goes, that was epic. Sleep over at Sue's, yeah, because it's literally a stone's throw away from Sue, isn't it? Ninebot's very temperamental. That's all. There's not much we can do apart from just turn a filter off, but then it creates another set of problems. Going for all 3 days. It's always worth doing the Go Fest for all 3 days. Obviously, it comes down to a practical sense of budget, obviously, because the tickets themselves, if you start adding the add-ons for like the raids, the eggs, and the City Explorer days, it very quickly escalates from being a $30 ticket or whatever is equivalent to like over $100, which is quite a significant chunk of money. Particularly for an IRL game that you're then going to have to buy the incubators and the raid passes, etc. for. So it's just always something to bear in mind. Panda Place, thank you very much. That's a monstrous donation right there. Thank you indeed. 50 of the finest US dollars. A small step but a nudge in the direction of going to New Jersey. That's really very generous. Thank you so very much indeed. We'll have to see. I hope we can make it all work in terms of timings and practicalities.
It's 1 minute too. We're 1 minute old flat.
Where am I from? We're from the United Kingdom, specifically London. How much are all 3 days for Europe Go Fest if you do part for the day in both city days? So the main ticket is usually, I think it starts out at 25, you buy an early bird, and then it goes up to 30 or 35. And each City Explorer day is an extra 20 on top of it. So it can go to about 70, I think. If you don't get the raid and egg add-ons as well, which I think are about 15 each usually. AY, the shiny rate is a standard 1 in 512. The spotlight hours are not shiny boosted unless the Pokemon itself is shiny boosted. So Makuhita, standard full odds, unfortunately. We'll be very, very lucky if we get a shiny at all. There's no shiny boost on it tonight. But there'll be a fighting type event at some point this season, I'm sure, with a theme of Makuhita somewhere. So there'll be yet another chase if you're in need of this particular shiny. By the way, for tomorrow's raid out are all the cancer birds in raid. Yes, it will be all 3 of them spawning randomly. So we'll have to see what the ratio is going to be. Because as it goes, now we have a couple of hundo Zapdos. We obviously got the hundo Dynamax Moltres several weeks ago. Now we need the Articuno to complete the trio, but it's very much an in-person raid thing only. No worries, AY. Tempting to do the cliff. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Sue. There is literally no purpose to span the letter W. So kindly don't. Just got a Honda near Regent's Park. Ah, sweet. Nice. So if you're Regent's Park, you're London-based too. Diana, Jim, hello. Lovely to see you in the chat again. How are you doing? How are you faring after the weekend? By the way, I have to say thank you very much. One of my shiny Kyurem I got very late on the Sunday night for me was from one of your raids. Could even have been the last shiny. I'm not so sure. How am I doing on Mega Lucario energy, actually? Oh. I really don't need to do the raid. I was looking and saying, should we do the Lucario raid? Nah. Don't need the energy, really. Melissa, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? An Exotic Hunt 14, lovely to see you back in the chat. How's it going? How was your global Go tour? It's lovely to have so many people returning, coming back. He's turning, but good. Lana Jam, always lovely to see you in the chat. Hello from Trinidad. How is it going? How was your global tour, if you're able to play? We're doing all right. We've recovered, I think, from the crazy weekend. Yesterday was quite a nice chill day. Just a time to breathe. Which is excellent. Why did Ghastly show up when you type Lucario? That is a very good question. I'm going to have to go back into my storage and find out. You know, Bob's Burgers, what did you say here? Kept all the 12 candy evolution and like 300 and... no evolved Spolao this month. That's unfortunately the way, because there are 5 Spolao bonuses, so sometimes one bonus goes amiss. Sometimes it's worse when it's the Stardust bonus. Like sometimes there are months where there's no Stardust boosted Spolao. Like, why? Why would you do this? Do you know what? I'm going to do the back. Let's do the Machop. Why not? Let's do it. Feeling much better from being sick. Good to hear. Were you recovered in time for the weekend, or was it sort of a very slow, chilled Saturday, Sunday? Anime fan, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Exotic Hunt 14 nabbing the shiny awesome dealing. Fantastic. I hope that was one of many fantastic catches from the weekend. Unova was trash in my opinion. That is the feeling of a lot of the community, got to be honest. If I hadn't gone to LA, so if I didn't do the LA event and just did the global, I would probably be feeling very, very disappointed as well, because the wild shinies that we got were pretty flat. Thankfully, picked up a few Pikachu, and You know, quite a few dealing as well, which is lovely. Basculin seemed to be shiny boosted, particularly if you were doing roots. The amount of shiny Basculin that came off roots was insane. But everything else, honestly, good luck trying to get the shinies. Alex, good to see you on the stream all the way from Chicago. Thanks for joining my raid when I invited you. No worries. Thanks for pinging the invite and thinking of pinging it to me. Because that weekend is one of the few times in the year where you can look at, doesn't matter where the invites are coming from, it's like, it doesn't matter if I've interacted with this person or not or whatever, I can jump in, I'm not limited. And it was genuinely really nice to get loads of different geotags, interact with lots of people on the friends list, and hopefully get some good shiny luck, both for you guys and for myself. It's fantastic. Right. Not a green Machop, and really terrible. Really, really terrible. But that's okay, because we got the Dynamax Hundo over in LA. Thanks to Ian for being the chauffeur while that was happening. That's just one for trades. 2 shiny Pikachus for Melissa. The Pikachus are good, honestly. Pikachus are solid, because they won't come back. Regional exclusive Pikachus. Should we do the Ghastly? It's like, should we just turn into a little max hour? What do we need to search up? Oh, it's called Lucifer. That's why, because it's 666 shiny. Caught on December's Community Day. I think there were like 4 of us who were in a crew together who got that shiny 666 stat. Or 666 CP Ghastly. Had better shiny luck in LA for Diana Jim. Was able to land the Hundo Curum this weekend. Oh, sweet. Congratulations. Have you already chosen your fusion, or are you waiting to decide? Did you go black or white? Is this regional event? Anime fan, the thing that we're streaming at the moment is called Spotlight Hour, and it happens everywhere, but it's 6 to 7 p.m. your local time. So obviously for us here in the UK, it is currently 38 minutes past 6 in the evening, so we're some way into Spotlight Hour. But depending on your time zone, it may be later on, or it might have already happened. Have we gotten any shinies yet? Blake, we do not. We have not had a shiny Makuhita, unfortunately. But it isn't shiny. It's not a shiny boosted event. They're not like Com Days, which we'll be having on the Saturday for Fuecoco, which is going to be really awesome. New shiny dropping in the game. These are standard 1 in 512 ratios. You know, there's no shiny boost, which I think is a shame. They should boost Spotlight Hour slightly. Slightly shiny boosted. Javolo, welcome to the stream. How is it going? How did the weekend go for you? Do we have the new special research? We did get gifted the ticket for the season, wherever it is, the Power Up March ticket. I did take a screenshot. I forget who exactly gifted it to me off the top of my head. So we got that, but the special research is the only thing we have special research-wise is the masterwork for Meloetta. Ooh, these are 3 old 10-kilometre eggs from the old season. Double Gumi, and probably something else rubbish. Charcadet. Soon to be shiny. Soon to be shiny eligible tomorrow. Dead, dead and dead. Okay. See you later, sunshine. God almighty. Yeah, see, Ellie Bunker, it's only 11 a.m. where you live. You've got a little while to go before Spotlight Hour kicks in. 1 in 256 would be cool. X-Shadow, I kind of agree. A shiny boost would probably incentivise more people to give Spotlight Hour a go. Because at the moment it's sort of just like, okay, if there's boosted dust on a boosted dust Pokemon or something like that. Chose the Zekrom fusion. Oh, nice. Diana Jim went for the Hundo Black Curum. Epic. Fantastic. Dad just started playing again and got 2 full-odd shinies and didn't realise it, lol. Hey, that's what happens. We say it all the time, but anybody who's stopped playing the game for a while, or who's an extremely casual player, and I mean like maybe logs in once a week, they have better shiny ratio because the game is trying to draw you into playing more. How many max particles do we have? Enough. I'm going to go and do the Sobble. You know what? I want a hundo Sobble in my life. You know, it's one of those things. Why not? Oh, we got the main man, BT Grinds. Hello, lovely to see you in the chat, my friend. How did you do on the global weekend? Because I wasn't able to join any of the streams, unfortunately, but jumped in a lot of the raids, man. Thank you for the invites and thank you for letting me spam in. How goes the shiny luck on Makuhita? It's as flat as a pancake. Honestly. Absolutely as flat as a pancake. But it's okay. It's a little bit of weather boosted Stardust redemption, recuperation. A few max battles here and there, nice and chilled. Alright, we're on top of the battle, let's go. Go, go, go. Oh my goodness me, there's lots of people joining the stream. Welcome, people. Marissa, lovely to see you in the chat. How did you do on the global event? 70 XL short of maxing out the Zarude. Ace does VA. That's really good going, I've got to be honest. I have no idea how many XLs I've put into my Zarude. But 70, given we have some max battle weekends, we have some raid days coming up, which of course will have a boost of rare XL dropping from them. We should be able to get those rare XL somewhat quickly. Sobble done. 627 I think is what we need for the hundo on this one. Or do your level 1 battles because we've just got a rare XL there. Sweet. Just maybe. It could be. Please. 610. Close, but not quite close enough. Global was okay, finally got my hundo Curin. Well done. Good stuff on that. Tons of shinies with backgrounds, grateful trade. Oh yes, keep the shinies with the backgrounds. They're going to be very much a good trade commodity. Unfortunately, I didn't get many shinies with the backgrounds, or if I did, I lucky traded them. I think honestly over the course of the whole weekend and about 250 raids or more, I got like 3 background shinies. That was it, but that's how it goes sometimes. There we go. Moving on through. Fused both them, and my son got enough to do 1. Fantastic. No hundo, but we've enjoyed for new shiny. Fantastic. Javolo, very nice indeed. And hey, like we know how the game works. We'll get a return of the black and white Curin raids. Not dissimilar to Necrozma. In fact, Necrozma came back very quickly. We had it for the Go Fests, or Go Fest Global, and then it came back a matter of months later in a raid day. Got 2 shiny background Zekrom. So that was the thing. I didn't get a single, all the Reshiram and Zekrom I didn't get a single background shiny of either of those. did raid them quite a lot. At a certain point I was like, do you know what, I need to stop Kyurem, I need to chase the Reshi and Zeki for a bit. Probably a raid day within 6 months. Yeah, 6 to 9 months or so, I'd say. Because wasn't it Krosma? That was the tail end of November, wasn't it, I think? Or was it December? I forget exactly. But it was really, really recent. Looking forward to Chile in a few weeks. Have fun, you, Tony, and I know Randy's heading down there as well. It would be so interesting to see what the Santiago is like, because if it was money no object, I would be doing Santiago, because it's just one of those places. Obviously never been to South America. Chile, beautiful place. It'll be very interesting to go down there, so enjoy. But Milan is like 2-hour flight away, so, and they got pizza, so going for that. Grazie su. Oh my goodness. The cold evening air is active and it's playing havoc with me. I've been to Peru. Oh, well, there you go. You've got some experience there. JT's doing Singapore. There you go. That's the interesting thing, is that the 4 different cities of ours have really spread out the creators. So JT's doing Singapore. Pokedaxi's doing Mumbai. Tony TM heading over to Santiago. And quite a few of us are going over, obviously, because it's either European or UK. We're going over to Milan. Where the rest of the folks are going to vanish off to, I don't know. But JT is very familiar with Singapore. He's been there quite a few times. So, dude, I'm looking forward to seeing, because you guys will get the event first, so we'll be able to hopefully wake up and watch your video. That's what I'm hoping, at least. George, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. And now we've got a tiny Makuhita. Wonderful. Fantastic. Why don't we have any eggs incubating? It's not something I'm too concerned about, I've got to be honest. Because the eggs are a bit naff. And I don't particularly want to be burning through the incubators. What have we got here? The new season eggs. Psyduck, Wynot, Ducklet, Smoliv. Apart from Larvesta, there's genuinely nothing in there for the 2Ks, but sure, we'll chuck them in. Chuck them in for a slow grind. 5Ks, oh dear. I guess there's still chance for the Galar starters. So let's chuck them in there. And obviously the 12K, we're going to hang on to that because that is very much a standard 12. Which is cool. When there's not an event or there isn't an egg event coming up in the near future, I tend not to bother with the eggs because they just get in the way. So that's just my personal preference. Bug, and what are you? Bug, no thanks. Oh dear. Marissa, thank you so very much. The Shundo Kyurem arrived before the Go Tour even began in my country. Which I did say in LA, and I said on many, many videos, Fridays, I don't know about anybody else, if you have a day where you seem to have more shiny luck than others, but Fridays always seem to deliver the goods for me. There was the story in LA shiny luck on the Friday was absolutely off the wall. The Larvesta event last year, when that dropped, it began on a Friday, and we hatched the shiny Larvesta within the first 3 hours of that event, I think. And the Shundo Kyurem cropped up on a Friday radar stream. So, I don't know. I just need to get out on a Friday more and vlog. Just do some random things. Just start picking up shundos left, right and centre. Suda still doesn't have the shiny Larvesta. As shiny things go, like shiny Larvesta in Unovator, even though it was featured a lot in the eggs and 10 kilometre eggs particularly, it really didn't have a boost on it. It didn't feel like it anyway. It was very difficult to get, and it's not that fun when certain Pokemon within the region are incredibly difficult to even obtain checks for, the likes of Sandile and Mindfu. You know, you get less than 2 handfuls worth of checks for the event. You think, well, okay, there's no chance, there's no hope. I think I don't know exactly in LA, but LA weekend and global combined, I had about 18 Larvesta hatched, but that was out of a lot of eggs. A lot of eggs. There we go, Brandon M as well. Angus as well. Still a chase. You'll just be more pleasantly surprised when it hatches out of a 2K. Mushroom, welcome into the stream. How's it going? Got super lucky in the shiny Sandile via the research. Nice. Brendan M, was that the tour pass or was that through the Enigma stops? Did you have the background on it? There we go, BT grinds. Grinding it harder than all of us. 400 plus eggs, 7 Larvesta. And that, with that shiny, well not even that shiny rate, sorry, with that drop rate from eggs, there's no way you're going to hatch a shiny. I think out of everyone we chatted to in LA, I saw one person with a shiny Larvesta off the top of my head. Tour pass, even rarer, in a way. Original AJK, lovely to see you in the chat. Just caught up on all the videos from LA and global. Thank you very much indeed. Hope you had a good weekend. For the good old global. Granddaughter just caught a huge smeargle when it was 100%. Oh, nice. That is a snazzy catch. Hundo Smeargle. Hundo XXL Smeargle. That's amazing. Brandon saw a kid running saying he had a shiny Larvesta. There you go. That's kind of those wonderful moments that you get at live events. Seeing people's pure joy at getting a shiny. Mushroom nabbing a Shundo Kyurem with the background, doing one better than me. Absolutely insane. Congratulations on your Shundo. Did you go for black or white fusion on that one? That's insane. Have we transferred our double candy? No, but we're not bothering transferring stuff for double candy personally. There's nothing that we need just normal candy of. I'd rather get the resources from trades. It's all about XL candy. If it was a double XL candy transfer spotlight hour as well, that would be a bit more, oh yes, I will actually plan and try and get some things transferred in time, but yeah. For regular candy, I'm good, personally. There's so many legendaries. Legendaries from the weekend just gone. Definitely got to transfer them. I really did like the new adventure effects. We were trialling and testing on day 2 the ice burn one, which slows the circle down. But I'm not sure which one. Technically, both of them make Pokemon easier to catch, even with accessory devices. But we ran Iceburn because we were raiding Kyurem as well. So we had Iceburn going with the Go++ trying to catch stuff while we were raiding constantly. And it really did seem to help. It made Kyurem just a little bit easier to catch. Which honestly was very, very welcome given how bloody irritating that Pokemon was. That was it really from our raid, Angus. So congrats on the shiny backgrounder. Very nice. The background shiny was a very few and far between. My highest CP Pokemon as of now from this weekend is a Shundo White Fusion Kyurem that sits head and shoulders above the rest. The Shundo Kyurem sits there nice and proudly, well over 5,000 CP. Glorious. Can't wait to use the ability during the rocket event. Even during the likes of a raid day, I might even give it a bash on a com day as well. See how it affects. Maybe com day classic. Colin, hello. Good to see you on the stream. How are things? Love watching your streams from Ealing. 63 brings back great memories of me working at QPR in Fulham in the mid-80s. Best wishes from... Oh, nice. All the way from Spain. I hope the sunshine is nice out there. Appreciate the kind words. And thanks always for tuning in. Being a part of the crew. That's another massive one. We'd better get some Makuhita showcases. How do we get Mewtwo? That's the biggest one we've ever seen. Okay, we're going to hang on to that one. Because we've been playing this game since day one. Well, not quite day one. We're about 2 weeks late. But end of July 2016, we started playing. We haven't put it down since. So that's how we've got Mewtwo's and Shadow Mewtwo's and things like that. We've only got a minute and a half to go. I was out doing raids at 6 AM at Blackpool Tower. Oh, nice. There were some people who were out raiding at early doors after editing and having a really, really long video for day one. I was like, okay, I need to chill a little bit. So we raided from home from the morning on the Saturday, or Sunday, sorry. Thankfully we can hit a few local gyms, which is quite nice. And obviously the remote game was nice and strong. Got two that weekend. One was with you and Francesco and one for remote. Nice. That's the thing, is they were very, very rare, those backgrounders. It looks like a no shiny spotlight hour, just like Inkay, but you know, that's how it goes. 7 o'clock. We're done and dusted. Glorious. Oh, excited for the com days coming up. Marissa, very much excited for Fuecoco. Fuecoco is my favourite of the Gen 9 starters. I think it's really, really cool. Always lovely to have a new shiny. And to be honest, Totodile is not the worst com day classic out there. So I'll definitely hang on to it. Plus people, it is going to have, hopefully, either a new Legend ZA form, Final Evolution for Free Alligator, or a new Mega. So looking forwards to when the new Pokemon game gets released, Com Day Classic for Totodile is actually a really, really interesting choice, and it wouldn't make me a whole heap of surprised if we saw Chikorita getting a Com Day Classic this year as well. Whether it's in May or whether it's later on in the months, I don't know. But I'll have to see. So, Makuhita. tonight, we got about nearly 300 XL candy, which isn't too bad actually, but nearly 300 seen for the Spot Hour. Obviously, no shiny. No shiny for the Spot Hour. Did we pull in a 100%er? We did not. And no Nundo either. So very much a load of deadness apart from a few XLs. But it was a very chilled Spot Hour, to be honest. So, hey. Makuhita is 1 in 64 odds. It is very much not a 1 in 64 odds, I can guarantee you of that. It may have been shiny boosted back in the day for an event or when it got released, but for the longest time, it's definitely not been shiny boosted, I'm afraid, DH. Some things get entered with a shiny boost and then they go back to their standard 1 in 500 or so, which is a shame, but that's how it goes. Hopefully you guys, if you need the Makuhita, can actually get one. So that's fantastic. We'll transfer all of those off screen, but two things, well actually a couple of things. Firstly, there's a new video that should have just dropped on the channel covering Gigantamax Venusaur. So if you want to have a little understanding of how you could potentially take that one down this weekend, go and check out the Max Battle Guide. That would be fantastic. Appreciate you all. The other thing is we will be live next day, tomorrow, that's the word in English, tomorrow for Raid Hour for the Kanto Birds. We will be live streaming. That would be the same time slot, 6 to 7 p.m. GMT. So hope to see you all tomorrow. And finally, thank you very much everybody for tuning in tonight. Been really, really good to chat after the weekend. Hope you all have a smashing day. And a final thanks, of course, to the Mod Squad, who have been really, really helpful, and particularly helpful with all the bits and pieces over the last couple of streams, being very, very active. So appreciate you guys and the team. I'll see you all tomorrow for another stream sesh. Do take care.